Welcome to Fragmental.
An amusing take on random topics. So Mike and I were talking this week. We've been kind of going back and forth on kind of about social media and influencers and kind of what makes an influencer. So we're gonna try to cover this topic in the way that we cover topics. So bear with us. So Mike, you kind of came up with this topic. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you see this all the time now. Like, you could be reading an article on whatever, Yahoo or whatever. Do people even use Yahoo anymore?
Yeah, it's still out there.
So okay,
I think it's owned by. That doesn't matter.
Okay,
who it's
so
owned by.
yeah. I guess I still use it every once in a while when I'm not Googling. When I'm not on the Google.
Yeah. Nobody uses Bing.
Bang?
Bang.
Bang.
Bang. Yeah. No, Bang.
Oh, I didn't know it was still a thing. Sorry,
is.
Microsoft.
Yeah. They're doing just fine without it.
Yeah, they're doing okay with. They're banging whatever.
Exactly.
But you see it like all the time. It's like, social media influencer is doing this, or hey, this influencer was arrested for doing that, and it's like, why are these people? Who are they influencing? Why are they influencers? Is what I've been wondering. I want to dig into this. So is it they got a bunch of people to do a flash mob, and like that's how they got arrested, because there were 300 people in a Chuck E. Cheese
singing "We Are the World."
I mean, I know flash mobs aren't. I don't
they're
think
not.
they're
Not
a
a thing anymore. No,
but you know
not.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I think that was all part of this progression.
Very 1998.
98? It was easily 05.
Was it really? I don't know.
Yeah, because social media didn't exist in 98.
True. Okay, I'll give you.
I mean, I feel like social media is where flash. You wouldn't even know there was a flash mob. I mean, were people sending faxes?
Flash fax.
Hey, we're doing a flash mob at Chuck E. Cheese.
Or to a bunch of random corporate numbers.
Wait, I mean, wait a minute. Like, those vacations that are sent on my faxes in 2003 weren't legit?
I remember those. Yeah, they randomly send out fucking faxes. That's great.
6 nights, 7 days.
To the Bahamas, beautiful. The Fire Festival.
Dude, speaking of influencers,
oh, there
right?
you go.
There
See
you
that?
like,
right there. We're
does
back
the
on
Fire
topic.
Festival even... Would that even exist without the people that were trying to put as their influencers for the...
Well, it goes back... I mean, we wrote some things on my glorious whiteboard behind me.
It is sweet.
God love the whiteboard. I'm fun. I got to remember the name so I can plug it every time, so I can influence. Hey, we talked about this 2 seconds ago before we got started, as we're trying to get started. Like podcasting, right? People like we're gonna do because podcasts are hot. This is hysterical coming from us because we fucking do a podcast,
right?
But
we are so not that though.
No, absolutely not. Mike made a good point earlier. It's just like we've got 8 followers, a solid 8 followers. With a range of...
Yeah, we're in the 20s now.
Yeah, we're in the 20s. Of followers?
Oh, are we talking Twitter?
No. I meant on the podcast.
I think we've had 20 people listen.
Yeah, at least. Maybe not subscribe, but at least...
maybe they listen once.
Maybe they listen once.
It counts. They're there forever.
But we get on here, we have a good time. We're hoping you guys have a good time. And we're paying to do this to have a good time, right? Essentially, we're paying to do this to have a good time. But we're not out like, oh, you got to listen to our podcast, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to promote this, and hey, knock on wood, somebody finds it great and says, hey, look, promote our shit. That's different because now we're advertising, we're not necessarily influencing. But on the flip side of that, though, is I don't think anybody's going to come knocking on our door unless we have
right.
we're technic quote, as I do air quotes here for the people that can't see.
Yeah, because you can all see that.
You can all see that. Are we? We have influence, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, the podcast thing's funny because I've heard a lot of people say, like, man, I got to come up with this awesome podcast so people will listen and I'll make a bunch of money. And it's like, yeah, dude, if that's your mentality, I don't know that the podcast thing's going to work for you. Because, first of all, it's a lot of work. But, two, like, I think a lot of the most successful podcasts are either, people who are just really talented and need to get something out, like people who are already comedians or have, right? Conan O'Brien has his own podcast. So maybe they want more creative control. But it's not just people who are like, hey, man, I got to go get rich. but there are people who are trying to do it. And I think it's all this influencer mentality, right? Everybody now thinks if I have a camera in front of me, I am an influencer and I'm going to do all this crazy, wacky shit. So people will look, hey, look at me, woohoo!
Do they? It's Dingo and the baby. Is it they think they're an influencer, or are they trying to be an influencer?
So I think they're trying to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know who all the influencers are,
Yeah.
because I don't even know what it was. Okay, what does it take to be considered an influencer now? Is it like 20,000 followers? Is it people are paying you? What is it?
I mean, that's a good point. And I think one caveat.
Supersized douche. Like, God.
Exactly. Are you a giant douche? You're an influencer. If that was the case, man, I'd be an influencer.
That's what I was gonna say. You'd be.
I'd be considered
top of
an
the list.
I'd be top of the list.
You'd be the Kardashians of influencing.
Here we go. It's kind of funny because Mike and I were talking about this earlier. It's like we're gonna give our take on this. Neither one of us are social media geniuses by any means. So, but when you kind of sit on I think the topic is interesting. And I think our viewpoint will be kind of interesting because we're sitting on the periphery. So this is like everybody outside kind of looking in. I mean, a lot of people are on social media. I mean, in social, that's a broad fucking term though. If you think about it, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook. Facebook is actually social media. MySpace is still around, I think, to some degrry.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the king of MySpace, you're
you have
the
8 fucking people following you. Yeah. But so we obviously we're not, coming at it from a influencer angle, but I think it'll be, it's an interesting topic to cover just from a outsider, kind of semi-outsider. I mean, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. What's the other one I'm on? I think those are the big 3, right?
Do you Snapchat?
No, I don't.
Do you send 6-second videos of your dick and let them disappear?
No. Well, I don't know how to take that, Mike.
Not your dick isn't disappearing.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
The message, right? Isn't
Yeah.
they open it and then it's allegedly gone forever.
Allegedly. And you know what's funny though is my wife made a comment earlier about, or no, you said it about screenshotting it. It actually lets you know that
right. It tells you when people
it tells you
do
a
it,
screenshot. Although I found somewhere where you can get around it, where you put your phone in airplane mode because it won't send it.
So
it won't send it back. Then you can screenshot it and then you turn the airplane mode back on again. Or something
so
like that.
if you knew that, you think every douche teenager has?
Absolutely.
That out?
Fuck yeah, absolutely. And I absolutely.
Yeah, that's
by the time it gets to me and I know it, 75% of the world already knows it.
Not only do they already know it, they're not even doing it anymore.
It's come and gone.
They're like, fucking airplane mode. Dude, that's lame.
It's lame. That's so fucking 2018. What? It's literally 2019.
Like, I don't even have Snapchat. Thought this was cool, man. Fuck you guys. No, I mean, I guess when do you think it started? It didn't just start with social media, right?
No, I mean, I guess the influence. It's the idea of like the Rat Pack. Let's go back 50s, 60s, going way back. I mean, those guys were influencers. Everybody wanted to be like the Rat Pack, right? The show, was it Swingers?
Yeah.
So yeah, Swingers was like, they want
like Vince Vaughn
wanted to be about Rat Pack. But those guys, and we were talking about this earlier, I mean, you could almost say an influencer too, and Mike, you brought this up, was like Rob Gronkowski. He's got endorsement deals and whatever. So they're paying him to influence people to buy a product. The flip side of it is I'm not some fucking douchebag taking pictures of myself in front of some random koi pond to get
they're in somebody's backyard. Look at me live from Dave's. And
no, because you've seen you see this shit online all the time, or at least I do. Is where the guy steps back with a camera and takes a picture. There's all these people along the beach, and their boyfriends are taking pictures of their girlfriends to put on Instagram. They have no discernible talent.
Yeah, they're
just Gronkowski. As much as he's a fucking goofball, and I'm not a huge fan of him, the fucking guy can play football.
Oh, he's going to be a Hall of Fame.
Yo, absolutely,
tight end.
Absolutely. It's so frustrating. I mean, to get off topic here, to go fragmental on it. I get so frustrated with him. Like he catches fucking. You're like, God, somebody stop the motherfucker! But he's that good.
No, yeah, he's
that
an
good.
all-time great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though it was a short amount of time, the dude was an all-time great.
Yeah, he played with just an abandon and no, you know what? As dumb as he kind of sounds sometimes, he's smart enough to know, like, look, this isn't gonna last forever. I'm gonna fucking take what I can when I can and bank. You told me this, right? He is not. He's all the money he's lived off of are from his endorsements, so off of his influence, I guess. But since what we're talking about, he hasn't spent a dime of his NFL money. That is crazy. Yeah,
the dude's made $60-80 million, whatever. Hasn't spent a dime of it. Yeah, who's the idiot?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not. No, I 100%
he invested
agree with you.
it. He's making money on top of it. That guy's made more in just interest and investments than people will make in a lifetime.
He made more. Let's be honest, Mike. He made more on his NFL contract without all of that than most people made in a lifetime.
Oh, that's
100%.
So, but what I'm saying is just make the amount of money he's made off of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so he's literally lived off of his influence for the last 12 years or whatever it is.
So the point is like he's got a talent. People are attaching themselves to his talent to influence other people to go buy whatever.
Yeah.
Getting back to the Rat Pack idea, I think they were influenced in the sense that they were talented. They lived a lifestyle. See, I guess this is where it's different. Like if Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis and Dean Martin and all of the Rat Pack guys,
but they were viewed as cool.
Yeah, they're viewed as cool, but they had a talent. They drew. It goes back to talent. They drew people to them.
Yeah, they were actors, singers, whatever.
They drew people to them, which gave them the influence
Yeah,
for people to want to be like them or buy their stuff or drink what they're drinking.
Right. I'm gonna pick up drinking scotch because it looks so goddamn cool in old Blue Eyes glass.
Yeah. And then he belt out a song. We can go back to singing.
That
guy could fucking sing, by the way.
He could fucking sing.
Frank could
Different
sing.
style of voice, but he could fucking sing.
No, Frank could sing. He's no Sam Smith, but actually, Sam Smith's no Frank Sinatra. Let's be honest.
Frank Sinatra wasn't clearing those pipes every once in a while. But no, you're right.
I'm trying to think of like a chimney sweep, like a Q-tip, whatever that. I'm trying to think of like. What do they call it? It's like I don't know whatever it's called. Anyway, go ahead. I threw you up.
Chimney sweep got me, man. I'm lost. Yeah. But no, you're right. I mean, I guess
if your dick's got like metal bristles on it, that's a problem.
What do you name your dick? The chimney sweep.
Who's the dude you should name? It should be named the dude that was in Mary Poppins, whatever that dude's, the chimney sweep dude.
His name is Dick Van Dyke in real life, wasn't it?
Yeah, in real life, but the chimney sweep.
It's funny, his name was Dick.
Yeah, and he's a chimney sweep with metal bristles.
Maybe that's what he did. Like, why is your dick frayed? Like, fuck yeah, it is. That's why I'm calling the chimney sweep. It'll never be the same when I'm done.
We'll clean the soot out.
Wait, what are we even talking about now?
I don't know. We're way fucking off topic.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
getting back to.
But no,
they're talented.
So that's a good call.
Yeah.
So right, so people who like endorsements, athletes, it's all about the endorsements, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when they get life-changing money. Before, right now, if you're really good for 5 years, you're going to get a life-changing contract.
Right.
But that's what everybody says, right? If you can get Nike, it doesn't matter if you fail out of the NFL in 3 years, but because you had Nike, you made huge money for 5 years. So, I mean, is that being an influencer?
But I think Nike, because they're talented, you're a Reggie Bush or a OBJ or whatever, they're attaching themselves to somebody that can influence somebody to buy their stuff. Their shoes, whatever. I mean,
I guess that's a good one. Like Jordans.
Oh, Jordan.
Everybody bought it because they
genius.
wanted to be associated with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that is. Maybe that was really, yesterday's influencers, right? I mean, they still are today.
Yeah.
But
fucking Jordan. That guy's got to be making.
No, he's a billionaire because of Nike and the Jordan brand.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, greatest basketball player to ever live. But I don't know that he made $100 million. Well, to this point, because the next one hasn't lived yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that he made $100 million actually playing basketball.
Oh, God, no. Well,
And he's a billionaire,
mm-hmm.
multi-billionaire. He bought a team for, I think, $1 billion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's...
So you have a talent, and those companies are coming to you to influence whatever. So now let's get back to the social media angle of it. You have, my wife brought up Ashton Kutcher. So the guy was a big Twitter guy, I think, early on. So you get a ton of followers, and I think from a Kutcher perspective, you brought it up earlier. It's like it was subtle.
Yeah.
It was kind of his influence was kind of
he wasn't
subtle.
out there like, hey, look at me, picture in front of a koi pond.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're right. He was. I guess he's like is he the OG of social media influencing?
You know what? If he's not the OG, he's probably the most well known.
He's on the Mount Rushmore.
He's probably on the Mount. I'd probably put him on the Mount Rushmore of.
There's a Mount Rushmore of influencing. Damn it.
Well, there could be. If there was, he might be on it. Yeah.
No, that's a good call. I agree because he was subtle with it. I remember when he was on 2.5 Men, like, because I remember seeing something about this. But, like, he would have a laptop in the show, and it had all these, like, stickers on it. And they were logos of the companies that he was peddling, or he also invested in a lot of these companies.
That's the other thing, too.
Because he was actually, I remember in college, a guy actually acted just like Ashton Kutcher's character in Dude, Where's My Car? And he would always be like, that guy is such a douche. And we're like, really?
He could be close to being a billionaire at this point.
That's kind of you. Except he's talented, but that's how you're acting. But yeah, I mean, he's always had that kind of influence. The guy he's got to be close to a billionaire just from all the businesses he invested in.
I think he has he invested in House.
So he was stupid like a fox, right?
Yeah.
Like he may have done the douchey guy in that 70s show or Dude, Where's My Car? But I think he's actually a smart dude.
I think I've always said the actors that can play like really stupid people are actually probably pretty smart. You know what I mean? I've known guys like the dude. I'll go all British on you, but what's his name that did Blackadder and Mr. Bean and Rowan Atkinson? No, yeah, Rowan Atkinson. Yeah. If you listen to him talk, he's very intelligent. Like,
is it just because he's British, though?
No, it's not just because he's British. Mike knows I watch a lot of British TV. Actually, just one show in particular.
Fucking elitist.
What?
One show in particular.
Yeah, and they sound stupid on that show. But
suck my dick.
Suck. I actually have it. I should put it in here. ITV might fucking get upset with me though. Because I'm sure they're listening to this podcast.
They're just happened to be one of our 21 listeners.
Actually, I checked our stats. There's nobody in the UK that's watching us or listening to us.
We do not have a hidden camera.
But no, I think you're right. It's kind of one. So Kutcher was probably one of like kind of the earlier influences that kind of subtly did it. And like with anything, people that do it subtly they kind of keep turning the fucking notch up a little bit.
Yeah.
They keep turning the volume.
We're in such a society now where everyone is one-upping everyone else.
Yeah.
Like look, it's everywhere, right? You got the guy who has like the nice landscaping in his neighborhood. The guy across the street, like fucking Dave. Yeah, well, watch me put in this koi pond. This guy's like, fucking koi pond. Why don't you put in, 3 times bigger koi pond? And then before you know it, somebody's like, look at this polished concrete I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody is one-upping. So I think that's where that's going, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then you get people, and it goes back to the talent piece. It's like, are you influencing because you have talent? Are you influencing because you're a fucking douchebag and people, if you're like me, people are into a train wreck. So they're like, I'm going to follow this dude because...
If you're wondering, Dave loves douche.
Oh, I love train wreck. I don't love douche, but
that's fair.
Yeah, it's more train wreck.
That's fair.
Love Island. The British version, not the new CBS version. Although I haven't seen the new CBS. I've only watched one episode, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, and and by the way, I still need to get through the other fucking... I'm not shitting you. I still need to get through the other 40 fucking episodes of the British version.
There's 40 episodes behind, which I know is the equivalent to a week and a half. But
Yeah, well, they film it 4 days a week. So no, they were there for 7 weeks. It's 57 episodes. I'm on episode 17 or 18. So well, I'm 40 episodes behind.
do they being you're Britain, England?
Yeah.
Being in England, do they show anything more on TV? Like, do you see tits?
Not really.
You see a
They
guy just railing a chick. Oh, go into town, y'all chum.
They're not. That's very, very elitist British. These guys are not elitist. They're more cockney.
Well, right. They don't say old chum, I presume.
But no, they don't. Although it's funny, the British they got the kind of the young, because they're all in their like early 20s at this point. It's when they like, we say dude, you know, like he's a good dude or he's a good guy. They say geezer. He's a good geezer.
Geezer?
Yeah, geezer. I'm like, that's like an old guy.
Like dude,
Yeah.
you just called your bro a 75-year-old man?
Well, to them it's like that's their buzzword. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, like, hey, Mike's a good geezer. Like he's a good guy.
That's
or
the
he's a good,
equivalent to brah.
Yeah. Bruh. Yeah, he's bruh. Exactly. It's the American version of bruh.
What's up, bruh?
What's a bruh?
Wait, where's my flavor, bruh?
What's that? Is that who does that? Somebody makes fun of that.
A lot of it. What I'm thinking right now is there was a bro down on South Park.
Oh.
And they were just circling each other to fight. And he's going, "What's up, bruh? What you gonna do, bruh? Let's go, bruh." And that's all they did was yell bruh at each other for like 2.5 minutes.
That's fucking awesome. So what was it? Where was I? I fucking lost my train of thought.
They say geezer.
No. Back to the influencer. I'm trying to get back on topic here.
Oh, I kind of wanted to hear you finish off the geezer thing.
No.
These guys got to be influencers. It's the biggest show in England.
Oh, well, it's one of the biggest shows in England. And dude, by the way, they go to Majorca, which is an island off of Spain. It's fucking gorgeous.
Is it?
I mean, I wonder too, like, it's somebody's house. It's got to be because it's on like a fucking cliff and it overlooks the ocean. And
No,
it's
it's probably Richard Branson's, like one of his places.
Why would it be Richard Branson?
I don't know. He's like,
because he's the only British guy you know.
he
He happens
the
to
only
own
rich British guy I could think of on the fly.
Exactly. Yeah, on the fly. Who happens to own a house in Majorca? I mean, the guy owns a fucking island. Why would he go to Majorca?
Because he can.
Hey, you have own a fucking island. You go to the island.
Isn't his island called Pleasure Island?
I have no idea what it's called.
But it's on Airbnb. You can rent it for like $100,000 a night.
Oh God! I'll just run upstairs and grab that. I have it in my pants.
After we become social media
influencers,
influencers,
we can go run it. Right. I don't know where it's going with it. It's just, it's a train wreck show. It's just funny.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I promise you,
No,
these
no,
people are considered influencers after the show.
It is. You're absolutely right. Because what they do is well, I don't know if they're influencers. They leverage it. We do it here in the States too. You get somebody on The Bachelorette. They end up on Survivor. They end up on. So they're taking their 15 minutes of fame or their 57 episodes of fame and trying to roll it into another 57 episodes of fame.
And they make it though. Like even here, all these fucking Jersey Shore. They're all considered influencers.
Right.
All they did was get paid to fight, drink, and fuck for an entire season. And now they're peddling all kinds of shit. Dude, they get paid for appearance fees to go to whatever. Come Wednesday night to Club Beeve and
Club Beeve
and see Snooki. And Snooki made $25,000 just to go there and be like,
So there's another. That's
fucking
another
drink.
There's another
Ciroc.
influence angle, right? I mean, somebody's saying, "Come, go, fucking hawk our wares," because people. I don't know. People. To me, it just. Okay, I don't want.
You want your beef curtains to flop like mine? Come to Club Beef and drink Ciroc,
and then get fucking railed by 25 dudes to catch up with my fucking career. Oh God, we fucking. Speaking of train wrecks, this fucking thing just went over a cliff.
I just got a chance to throw beef into another line. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Meat curtains. I think wouldn't you use beef curtains? Meat curtains, beef curtains.
Same thing.
Same thing. It's always a good episode when you throw in the beef curtains.
Speaking of influence.
Speaking of influencing, that's gonna get us 6 more followers.
But I guess that's part of it too. So it's not just. Right, I think this started off just like social. I mean, I think it comes down to how many douches are considered influencers. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it's I guess the idea of it's existed forever.
Yeah, I think, and it's heightened by social media because everybody now.
That's everything now.
Yeah, but it's easy to influence now because you have a platform where, like, let's go back to the Rat Pack. They had to do a movie.
Yeah.
And then you had to put a movie out, and people had to go.
Or you had to watch the Dean Martin roast or whatever.
Yeah, you had to go somewhere to do it. It's very limited. Now it's you put it out there in 25, whatever.
Everything's at your fingertips, and it's instant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the great things about cell phones now, right? Is everything is instant and at your fingertips.
Right.
So I guess that's enhanced it, if you will.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It's also douchified it. Because now everybody, again, back to everybody takes a picture at the beach or in front of a koi pond, or I went to Starbucks and I'm taking this picture in portrait mode with everything blurred in the background of this Starbucks cup that I spent $7.50 for this goddamn coffee.
Well, it's not. It's probably like a mocha chocolate.
Well, it's a double chocolate mocha with whipped cream.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've heard.
Yeah, from what I hear. Speaking of that, there's a guy, some Starbucks somewhere. The guy puts, when they create the label and they stick it on the cup. He puts it over the Starbucks logo so people can't take a picture of it because it has like some fucked up writing on it and all of the ingredients or whatever. So because of fucking people Instagramming the Starbucks cup.
I mean, on one hand, for Starbucks, I guess it's just free advertising.
Well, but that's the thing. I know. A friend of mine who used to work with, he was a model. He did modeling, still does modeling, and nice guy. But we were talking about this, and he's an Instagram guy. He's all that, and that's kind of, I don't know if he wants to be an influencer. I wouldn't say that's his main goal. I think he wants to reach people, with. Because he's big into
positivity guy.
He's a positivity guy, and very positive guy, very super nice guy, great shape. Working, wants to kind of get people healthy and kind of that way. So he's using it. And here's kind of where it separates, I think, from an influencing perspective. And I'm laughing because we didn't think about any of this. It's kind of like it just what kind of comes to us.
Yeah.
But he's trying to influence. There's like the influence to affect people's lives, like, hey, come do this workout or do this.
You're describing, that's the kind of influencer that you root for, though, right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
The guy's positive. He's trying to help people.
Right.
He's trying to make things better.
Yep.
It's not just look at me. It's look, dude, let's do this together. You want to go for a run? I'll go with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just watch me do this run and then you try it.
Yeah,
for $14.99.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Or watch hey, come look at me. Look how great shape I'm in because I use this product and I use this product and I use this product and I use this product. But he was saying he had a buddy of his. I think it's a buddy of his. That he like in a shoot. He's like, hey, I got these shoes. Like he bought the shoes himself. The guy bought the shoes himself. He's like, hey, these are fantastic shoes. And I really like them. They fit great. They feel great, whatever. He's like, hashtag whatever. And it got to the point because of the amount of people he had, the shoe company is sending him shoes.
Yeah, they're like, hey, man, here's that and the other 4 colors we have.
Yeah, here's that. Yeah, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So now he's technically an influencer at that point. It's costing the company 4 pairs of shoes or 5 pairs of shoes, whatever it may be, for him to be like, hey, go try these on.
But if 20 people he knew bought them, they've already made a profit based on what they gave him.
Well, I'm sure. Come on, the fucking margins.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the point is, it's not going to take them much to get that money back.
Right? No, absolutely not. But that's where people are trying to get to.
So I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So I think you brought up a good point. So is that one of the reasons we hear so much about these influencers? Is today you don't have to go online and spend $1.5 million to have a 30-second Super Bowl episode. You've sent 30 different people 4 pairs of shoes, so you've spent $3,500. And again, if you sell 30 pairs of shoes, you've made that with your margins. You've already made the money back. So anything above that is just pure gravy.
Oh, absolutely.
And if one of those guys you send it to just happen to make it big, and maybe 1,000 people bought it because he bought them, now you're rolling in it.
Yeah,
is that coming into play here too? It's cheaper advertising.
Oh, it's completely cheaper advertising. What is it? The 30-second ad on the Super Bowl, $500,000, $1 million, whatever the fuck it is. So, do you shell that out, or do you give fucking 5 pairs of shoes that maybe cost you $50, maybe more, to a guy that has 1 million followers?
Yeah,
and you pick up $500,000 in sales.
Man, are we justifying these douches?
We kind of are a little bit. Here's where it goes. But here's where it goes south. And I just thought of this, and this annoyed the shit out of me. There is a couple in Germany. Have you heard this?
I did. I think I know where you go for it. Maybe I don't.
So there's a couple in Germany that they're Instagram influencers. So that's what their fucking tagline is. And they travel the world. They don't have jobs, but they travel the world to show you how to live your life. How life can be lived.
How you should be living your life.
I don't know if it's how you should be living your life, but how you could live your life. Like, There's a great big world out there. You shouldn't be going to, you go to work, you go to the office every day, and you're missing out on how this wonderful big blue world. Come to find out, his mother paid for all those trips, working 2 fucking jobs to cover the cost of whatever. And now they want to bicycle from Amsterdam or fucking Germany or wherever the fuck they are to Africa. And they went on a Kickstarter program so people can give them money to go do this.
They didn't go very far.
I don't know how much money they raised. I got so annoyed I turned it off. And they got lit up on social media.
Your mom is working 2 jobs. Like, it's at first I thought you were gonna say, like, they're rich, parent, hotel owning parents or whatever are just throwing, $30,000 at whatever, which I guess for a full year is nothing. So I guess $100,000 a year for you to just travel the world and fuck on beaches and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and he's fucking tatted from like head to toe, like his neck, and I mean just fucking head to toe. Actually, she was okay looking.
Well, people wouldn't be watching that if...
No, exactly not.
But one of them has to be really good looking, and it sounds like it's not the dude.
It's not the dude, in my opinion, anyway, from what I hear. Not to go back to our last topic. But it's like, that's the shit side of wannabe influencers.
Yeah, you're right. That's the epitome of douche piece of crap, right? Yeah. I mean, that's... Because not only are you just just outwardly, go into the world saying, pay me money to do all this awesome stuff because you should be or whatever it is. Their mom is working 2 jobs. Mm-hmm. So she's working herself into the grave, having no life, all this crap.
She's doing what they're fucking telling people that they shouldn't be doing.
Right. You're right. They're just awful people.
Yeah. Oh, totally awful.
Absolutely should be jabbed in the tear duct with a goddamn
syringe.
Toothpick. Syringe is worse, yes.
Yeah, syringe would be worse.
What a piece of crap.
Yeah.
That guy's going to get his ass whipped on one of these trips because somebody's going to be like, I hate that guy, and I feel bad for his mom.
Fuck that guy is what you say.
Fuck
that guy.
Smoke his ass.
But they got lit up. They got lit up on social media. Like, people lit them up on social media.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the double-edged sword of social media, so... you can throw it out there and be like, I'm an influencer. And people are like, the fuck you are.
Hey, I'll say this about millennials. They might be pussies out in the world, but man, you put them online and they're strong as fuck. Because you know what? They will go to the end of the earth to ruin you on social media. Get all 30 of their friends on Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Have you seen the new, is it Facebook? Where they want to, they got 400,000 followers to storm Area 51. No. Have you seen that? I just saw it today. It cracks me up because there's a meme out there with a guy with like an M50, like a 50 caliber machine gun. It's just a random picture of a guy in a 50 caliber machine gun. He's just like, it fires 3,000 rounds a second, and he's like, they can't shoot us all. And the guy's like, you want to bet?
Right. I'll say that's one thing, dude. Don't test the military.
Exactly. They have they shoot people out of the sky with a fucking drone. Storming Area 51 isn't a blip on their goddamn radar.
Storm Area 51. God, the scary thing is that just may happen.
You know what? I don't think it will.
Not to that level, but there are going to be 100 douchebags who are like,
"Oh yeah,
can't shoot us all, bro." Like, actually, those two guys alone can.
And reload in between.
As I say, my brother-in-law was a marksman in the Marines, and his job when he was in South Sudan was literally he sat there every night and watched a group of guys that held machine guns, just waiting for them to do something stupid. And if it was just 1 to watch 3, you think he couldn't take those dudes out before they even, pulled a trigger once? So again, I feel like a couple military guys could take out 100 dudes.
Well, but that's how ignorant. Like, I would say ignorant. Yeah, ignorant's the right word. And ignorant. The definition of ignorance, you just don't know, right? You're ignorant to that. I mean, you're not. It's like the weaponry that they have is. 400,000 people sound. It's a lot of fucking people. I doubt that many people are going to show up. A lot of people are like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. And they're like,
right.
Yeah, you know what? I can't make it.
Hey,
on
there are
Tuesday.
millennials after all, Dave.
Yeah,
they have to go out in the world to be tough.
Exactly. Like, I got to leave my house. I don't know. Literally a belt of 30 caliber rounds. There's 10,000 rounds in that belt. People start getting mowed down.
They're out there. I've got my 12 gauge, bitch. What are these military guys gonna do to me?
Well, they're not even talking about arming themselves. They're just talking about
just
storming. Yeah, they're not gonna. They can't shoot us all.
So just curious, what are they gonna do when they get there?
I don't know.
Okay, 50 of you survived.
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, exactly. So, is it? Are they looking? Are they looking for aliens? I mean.
I don't.
Area 51, and we're way the fuck off of influencer topic, but Area 51 probably has some really cool. It's where we do. My understanding is or my view of it is it's where we do testing, so it's gonna have advanced shit there anyway.
Yeah.
So now they can think it's like, well, this is Alienware. No, we literally just built this. Like, it's taken us 20 years to get to this fucking point. It's all this like the SR-71, which is one of the best spy planes ever. That's where they did the testing at. It's just like I don't know what the fuck they're trying to find. And if they're I don't think we're alone out there. I'm not a UFO guy.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of friends of my wife that want to come on and talk about conspiracy theorists.
Hey, let's do it.
Yeah, so
as long as it's cool and not dumb.
They're smart guys. We can make fun of them. Anyway, if there's aliens out there, okay, great. Yeah, great. There's aliens. Big fucking deal.
Yeah, good for them.
Absolutely. Anyway, what are we talking about again?
So back to influencers.
Right.
Who's the guy who made it cool? Who's the guy that influenced people to think it was cool to be a fucking flat earther? Somebody influenced that, right?
Yeah. Or an anti-vaxxer.
Right. Oh, God.
Jenny McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy
was an influencer.
Jenny McCarthy was the big influencer on the anti-vax. Remember that?
So is she? Serious question. Does she think that's what? Because her oldest son has autism.
Yeah, she
like
thinks
severe
that's
autism.
Right.
Does she think that's what caused it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can't prove that it was or wasn't. But
can't prove that it was.
No, that's what I said. You can't prove that it was or wasn't.
Oh, right. Okay.
But one of the things I have a problem with, right, is measles are coming back.
Yes.
And people are still out there like, no, you guys don't get it. Listen to me. I know stuff. I've read a book and thing.
No, I've been on Facebook, and guys on Facebook said this is what happens.
And it's like, this is how measles will come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are kids who are getting sick. There are kids who are dying because you're an asshole.
There's a meme out there about, and somebody goes, I wish there was, and I'm going to fuck this up, but I wish there was, like, where you could give a small sample of the disease and people would, your body could learn how to fight it. And the quote underneath was like, somebody needs to explain this to this guy how vaccinations work. Because that's literally what they give you a fucking...
And was he an anti-vaxxer that was saying?
I think it might have been, yeah. Don't quote me on that.
But I mean, again...
Don't record me on that.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But again, like, who's the flat earther guy?
I don't know.
Kyrie Irving? I mean, that's so dumb. Like, explain how you could fly east or west to
And
go
come
from
back
the
to-
U.S.
yeah.
to Europe.
I don't know. And they use, even in their language, they use like around, like, you know what I mean, like some type of circular reference, and like, or the fucking guys that think, now we're onto conspiracy theories. I think we need to back off of them a little bit so we can save it for later. But like, we didn't land on the moon, like it was staged. But
Yeah.
you can get on a telescope and look up and see the shit on the moon.
No, you don't get it, man.
We just shot that up there and stuck it in the ground.
It was CGI. CGI didn't exist. It was CGI, bro.
Yeah.
The government was involved. They knew stuff.
From Area 51.
But somebody influenced that.
Oh, absolutely. No, you're right. Absolutely right.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. So I guess we talk about some of the influencers, the athletes, things like that, but again, they've got something to offer. They were a good singer, a great athlete, a good actor. Maybe I said actor already.
Yeah. But
they brought something to the table. Now people are doing this. First of all, there are people who are just trying to do it because they just want to be famous for whatever reason. And think they're entitled to be. Millennials. Why are you entitled to be famous for nothing?
Here's what's funny. It's like everybody. So it's a tag, right? You're an influencer. We make fun of millennials, but we said earlier, there's a ton of really millennials that
oh yeah
are different. There's a ton of like my buddy that's like the positivity guy. He's trying to do well, and he's trying to influence people to take care of themselves, go to the gym, get healthy, eat right. Think positive about things.
Just do me a favor and don't say the phrase "live their best life." Go ahead. I hate that phrase. Go ahead.
The one I hate is how you doing? Living the dream. Fucking hate that.
I used to say that just to be a douche. I would say
I
that
hate that fucking living the dream. What the fuck does that mean?
If you were living, come back, be like, whose dream was it?
Like, if I'm living my dream, I'm not fucking talking to you because I'm on some beach somewhere.
Right. I'd be influencing some ass on the beach is what I'd be doing. Anyways, finish the story.
Anyway, so there are people that are influencing to the positive, and they're talented in what they're doing, and you know what, maybe they're making money off of it, and that's no different than an athlete, that's no different than a singer, that's no different than anything else. But what gets brought it's funny because usually the line is cream rises to the top. The cream rises to the top, right? In this case, and in most social media cases, shit rises to the top. Literally shit rises to the top. Because all you hear about is
unless it's enchilada night, it's pretty good. No, you're right.
If it's enchilada night,
you're right.
It's definitely coming to the top.
But anyways, good. Shit rises to the top. Shit
rises to the top. I mean, but that's my point. Is there are influencers out there that are kudos to them. They're getting sponsored. They're making some money off of it.
Be careful on the getting sponsored thing, because there are some complete turd douches who are getting sponsorships too.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean that's where that kind of becomes gray at that point.
I mean, not everybody's bad. I mean, look, my wife, I don't know that he influences her to do anything, but there's a guy, actually, it's here in Columbus.
Maybe you want to check on that. Maybe he's influencing her to do things you don't want her to do.
I hope not. Well, and maybe he's a big enough influencer to pay good child support. But can you afford a dozen kids, bro?
Yeah, bruh. Want to go, bruh?
Does kids, bruh? Geezer. Come on, geezer. Gazer. But anyways, I mean, so there's this guy who, I guess he's considered an influencer. He takes his grandma, who's like 80 years old, and does all these hilarious things. Like took her to the Arnold Classic, the big weightlifting thing. And she walks up to these ladies. She's like, "Oh, I'd chow that beef," and like just saying all this off the wall stuff. It's hilarious because she's like 80. She's in on the joke. I mean, she's made him pseudo famous. But it's hilarious. Like, so that's a guy, again, like, I don't know what he's influencing, but I guarantee people are paying him to peddle shit. Guarantee it.
Yeah, well, it's all YouTube. It's YouTube, right?
YouTube, all of it. Because now, right, a true influencer isn't just Instagram. You're going to be on the Gram, the Twitter, the Google.
The Gram. I'm like, the Gram, is that new?
Insta. I think Insta.
It's not the Gram. Pops. It's Insta.
The Insta.
The Insta.
But you know what I mean? Like you're going to be on YouTube, Insta, whatever else. Like it is multiple platforms. And that's the thing. I guess to be a true influencer, you've got to be a brand across everything, right?
Yo, yeah, totally.
So if you're only on Instagram, are you really an Instagram influencer, or are you just a pretentious douche? Well, they're all pretentious douches.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That was something I was going to go back to something, and I forgot what I was going to go back to. I guess it wasn't that important. But yeah, I mean, but Instagram is big. Instagram is big now because Facebook owns Instagram, and I think it was smart for them to buy because people on Facebook were just, if you're like me, you're just looking at pictures anyway. You're not reading a lot.
Hey, and to be honest, the younger generation thinks Facebook's dumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they see the value in, okay, I can stay connected to my distant family, stuff like that. They're cool with. But at the end of the day, like there are no the 16 to 25 aren't like, man, can't wait to put this on Facebook.
Yeah, because Instagram literally is instant. You can take a picture with the app and just boom, and when you're done, it's out there. So it was kind of smart of them to buy Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. It got to give them credit, man. They're going to keep themselves relevant because they're continuing to innovate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or by innovators, one or the other.
Yeah, however you get to innovate.
Smart move.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know if we solved anything tonight, but everybody got kind of our take on kind of the influencer.
Got some stuff off our chest.
Yeah, exactly. We feel better. We'll sleep well tonight now that we feel that we've Walter and Stadler from the Muppets of fucking. So it was Walter and Stadler, wasn't it?
Yeah. Two old guys can't see, but we're shaking our fists right now.
Exactly. We've got our old tuxedos on.
Crotchety old bastards.
Fucking complaining about millennials and their Instagram. Again, there's good and bad, but the shit seems to rise to the top.
Now, I guess I hate when I keep seeing these articles and whatever that CNN or I guess Yahoo. You know what I mean? Anywhere where you just get news.
Yeah.
And it's
Yahoo.
influencer.
You get your news from fucking Yahoo.
I'm going to keep saying that.
It's from 86.
I'm going to keep saying that.
96.
I'm going to check Yahoo and see how active it is when we get off here.
My parents use Yahoo, just so you know.
Seriously?
Dead seriously.
I know it's still a search engine. I just don't know. You know what? I take it back, man. I still use Yahoo Finance. It's solid.
Yeah, I guess. It's owned by... Who's it owned by now? Who's owns Yahoo? It was AOL, but AOL was owned by Verizon. AOL. Fucking AOL. Is that still around?
Is AIM still a thing?
No, I don't think so.
Man, I had AIM back in the day. I had multiple. Not because they were like...
What did the A stand for?
AOL Instant Messenger.
Well, okay. So AOL was a word.
I'm sure. I bet it was during the height of its...
Well, it was America Online was the name of where AOL came from, which is funny because on and line were two separate words. AOL, America Online. Fucking A. Wow, shit.
We just went way back.
We went fucking way back. All of our millennial listeners, which are 0, wouldn't know what we're talking about, but everybody else will.
They're dial up.
Yeah, fucking dial up. Oh man, I remember dial up.
Whoever influenced away from dial up, I like that guy.
I don't think anybody influenced. I think technology fucking said, fuck this. We're going to go. We need to get something faster. It's getting, the shit now there's fiber, and when 5G hits, man, some of those speeds are insane.
It's starting, isn't it, now?
Yeah, some of it's starting. There's some technological challenges with it. Like, it won't go through buildings. So you could be walking down the street and have like a 100 meg plus connection, turn the corner, and your signal goes to 0.
Main Street is freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
some their work. I was reading the nerd in me has been reading some articles on it. So it'll be 2020, 2021 before it took. I read an article the other day. It took 8 or 9 years for LTE to really kind of take a foothold. 5 to 8 years for LTE to take a foothold. So it's going to be the same with 5G. It'll be almost probably 2030 before it's really, really kind of taking its presence. But how the fuck did we get on fucking cellular technology?
Well, we started making fun of AOL, AIM. That's out.
Yeah, okay. Wow, that was a right turn. People they stopped like 6-7 minutes ago listening.
They're like,
AOL, fuck you
I'm
guys.
out.
Yeah, I'm out. If you guys are going that far,
You know
back,
what? I'm unsubscribing. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. Wait, send me a fax and let me know how this show ends.
We started with a fax.
Yeah, we should end with a fax. So send us your fax number and we'll send that out. So
Right. If you're interested in subscribing to our social media, please fax us.
At 555 douche. Wait.
Would that be
No.
still too? Even if you spelled it wrong, it's still too many.
It's still too many, right? Douche actually would be all 7. It's 6 characters. DOUCHE.
Exclamation point.
Yeah, exclamation point. 1-800 douche.
No, 855.
855 douche. That's the new. So, all right. I think we'll end on 1-855 douche.
You know what? It's just glad to be back into the swing of things. I think we got some good things coming up.
Yep.
Like you said last time, we're trying to take the podcast to the next level. We should have some guests coming in here in the next few months. If you got any ideas, man, reach out to us. Hit us on Twitter at Fragmental Co.
Still website, fragmental.co. Got that too. We switched providers, so the website's a little bit cooler. But yeah, Twitter. We're on Twitter. We're not on Facebook. We got the website. So either way, you can listen 6 Ways from Sunday. We've got Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts. You can subscribe directly from your phone if you have Android. All 6 of you. I'm joking. I'm an Apple guy. So
right, return your phone and go buy an Apple.
Exactly. Return your phone and go buy an iPhone. I know one person I just pissed off, which I don't think she listens. So
she listens on Spotify.
She does listen on Spotify.
She doesn't even use Google.
She doesn't even use Google. That's even funnier. So anyway, all right. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Mike.